All right. Now, I just feel like it's going to be so much home cooking on this one that we ain't going to have a deal, but we'll see. I didn't ask the obvious question. That obvious question was, who was going to win. I wasn't going to do that. That was too easy. I'm going to just ask this. Panthers versus the Cowboys. The Panthers' first test. Panthers versus the Cowboys. Point total.
Point total.
We're just talking point. Predictions in there. You can do that too, but point total.
Okay, before we get to the point total, I would like to address something. Well, actually, just make a statement about the Carolina Panthers, that being the home team. We do have the best defense in the NFL. We are a team that, when healthy, I would like to think that we have just as good a shot to win the Super Bowl as anybody else this season. But the question right now is not about the question is not about the best defense in the league. The question is not about the way our quarterback play has been basically a surprise to everybody around the league. The question is not about how an MVP candidate like Christian McCaffrey, who just suffered an injury, is dynamic enough to carry it into a Super Bowl run. The question is not about any of that. It's not about the lockdown corner that we drafted in the first round that's kicking up dust in the NFL.
You didn't know us, Mo.
You didn't ask about that. You know what you asked about? You asked about the point total between the Panthers and the Cowboys. So let's just keep it up. All right? I'm going to focus on that. Looking at what I've seen from Dallas, I'm actually very impressed with Dallas's offense. I didn't think in the game one, I didn't think Dak Prescott would come back the way that he did from the injuries. So I got nothing but respect for Dallas's offense. I don't know how many points they're putting up a game, but they've had some good outings. So if I'm looking at a point total, I think that's probably going to drive it up. You also got to take into consideration that they will be playing against the best defense in the NFL. So they'll probably be good for 27 points. And then Carolina, as much confidence as I have on the Panthers, I don't know what we're going to look like without Christian McCaffrey for the first full game. And I'm interested to see if Sam Darnold can continue to play the way that he's been playing without Christian McCaffrey, or if he might run into a buzzsaw. I don't know. So I'm going to say point total 27 Dallas, 20 Carolina, and I'm actually going to expect Dallas to win the game. I'm not just going to be a homer on this one, because I realize this team is not necessarily complete without Christian McCaffrey. Now, with Christian McCaffrey, we talk about a Super Bowl team. But without him, I haven't seen Sam Darnold prepare for a week of practice and play in the game without Christian McCaffrey. So, point total, I'm giving it 47.
Wow. You willing and dealing tonight, man.
Yeah, man. I got to keep it real. I can't just go with my emotions. I can't go with with the home team. I gotta put my football senses on it and just look at the objective information that's in front of me. And Dallas's offense is good. Dak Prescott has impressed me. So right. I'm saying 47 point total. I actually think Dallas will win the game.
Wow. You got a deal. You got a deal simply because I have the point total at 48. I know odds makers had it at 46. I got it at 48. And I actually got it 31-17 Cowboys. It would have been closer. But you touched on it. Mo, I don't know what the Panthers' identity is going to be without Christian McCaffrey. I mean, are the Panthers telling and asking Sam Darnold to throw the ball 50 times? Because you're going to have to get in a shootout. And another thing that scares me is your horn is out.
Right.
And I believe that let's take the Buccaneers secondary. The Buccaneers secondary has got up to a bad start. I don't think they're horrible. We need help, but they've gotten out, I'm sorry, an abysmal start.
Yeah, I was going to say bad. Bad is an understatement.
Right. It's abysmal. But they still have some talent. They still have the talent. I think it's out of position. Correct me if show me where outside of Horn, you have somebody there to keep CD, Ezekiel, because he can do some damage out the backfield catching the ball, and Amari Cooper in check. Now, if you were down Christian, but you were all there with your defense, I would make it a little closer and maybe even bring it down to a more in 44, 45 point total. But the offensive line, Zach Martin's back. I don't know if this is going to be the best offensive line you guys go up against so far. So I think it's going to be some issues, but I'm with you with the point total. You got a deal on that.
Cool. I just to add on to one of your points about losing Horn, not only are we, it's one thing to lose a defensive back because, it's going to affect your depth, right? But when you lose, there's a reason we used a first round pick to select him. He's different, right? So when you lose a guy like that, I don't think you can necessarily just plug and play and, thank God that we were able to sign a cornerback this week. But I don't think you can, just plug another guy in and get the same results. Now we do have some talent. Jackson is he can hold his own, but to your point, guard, taking on the number one guys, and it changes the way the defense looks. So that's why I'm giving Dallas 27 points.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's tough, and I had a chance to look at it with my own two eyes, just like you did on Sunday, asking guys who've never really played in games to step in at the cornerback position and guard a premier wide receiver. It doesn't bode well. But I do believe it's going to be Panthers' first legit real test. I actually believe it's going to be a good game. I would not be surprised if the Panthers won, but I'm rocking with you. You got a deal all the way around.